Somebody should tell him not to point all the time. It's not polite. My question is to the acting premier. People are concerned about the cost of everyday life. Families across Ontario haven't seen a real raise in years. The cost of everyday life is going up, and instead of making life more affordable, your government is letting people fall further and further behind. New Democrats and Andrea Horwath have worked hard to deliver results that will make life affordable so that people can stop treading water and start getting ahead, like people getting a 15% reduction in the auto insurance rate. Can the acting premier tell us why people's auto insurance rates are still going up?
Acting Premier.
Finance.
Mr. Finance.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, I'm pleased to say that as a result of the hard work that this side of the House has been doing, we've been fighting to reduce the cost of claims, trying to ensure that the degree of fraud and other circumstances that are creating those premiums to have gone up over these past number of years, that we start to get them going down. And as a result of the legislation that we've passed, with your support, and I appreciate the work of the third party in these endeavours, but I am pleased that rates have, in fact, on average, been reduced to a point. We are anticipating greater reductions in the next release in January as a result of the work that we've done to give Fisco more control, more teeth, and more oversight. And as a result of those initiatives, we are confident that that work will enable us to have better premiums overall.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Well, Minister, I'm going to quote my good friend, the member from Trinity Spadina, and say drivers are being whacked. We're seeing people's insurance rates go up. We have an email from William who says his auto insurance in Durham has gone up 16%. Lena from Hamilton writes in and says her auto insurance has gone 11%. So as people are getting squeezed, they're falling further and further behind. And many of these same drivers are seeing their auto insurance going up, are getting hit when it comes to the Drive Clean program, having to pay twice for tests that they've actually passed, but the machinery says that they failed. So I ask you, can the acting premier explain to me and to those people why people are falling further behind under this government's watch?
Mr. Finance.
So, Mr. Speaker, I'll give the public who may be watching to call this hotline if they wish to issue a complaint to Fisco. It's 1-855-584-7669. Now, you can call that number, you call the ombudsman to create or at least explain some of the difficulties you may be arising. But I can say this. Rates for the third quarter in a row have been dropping on average. I can cite issues where people have actually received more than 15% reductions on their renewals as a result of making those calls and shopping around. So I encourage people to do just that. We are fighting fraud. We're looking at what happens with regards to the tow trucks, the collision repairs, the health clinics. We're providing greater rates for safe drivers. We're implementing new dispute resolution reviews. All of these and the watchdogs that's going to be implemented will enable us to champion and fight on behalf of our consumers, Mr. Speaker.
Final supplementary.
To the acting premier, it's clear that people back home are feeling squeezed. And what's clear is it would appear that this government is dragging its feet when it comes to dealing with auto insurance rates going down or dealing with the Drive Clean program. People under Drive Clean are having to pay more than they should in order to make sure that they meet the standards. Why? Because the program doesn't work effectively as they're failing even though their cars are safe because of the equipment. So I say to you, whether it's big costs like auto insurance or lots of smaller costs like multiple Drive Clean tests for cars that aren't big polluters, people are feeling like they're falling further and further behind. Why is the Premier and the acting Premier letting people fall further and further behind in this province?
Thank you, Minister.